Good morning, our people. Welcome to the program. We are absolutely happy to have you here today. Today is another day that the God of our ancestors has made, and we must rejoice in it. Um, we are happy to have you as usual. Help us to like, share, subscribe. My sister will always remind us that when we do subscribe, you get alerted. Hopefully, when we drop a new video, we have plenty of videos that you can learn from, that you can share, that you can begin to educate yourself so you can educate others. Because we can do this. We can do this. Nobody is coming to do it for us. We now know that we cannot trust and obey anyone, that we have to take on this journey by ourselves. Anyways, my name is Mona Jim Saga, and I am here in Houston, Texas. Let me allow my sister to introduce herself.
Thank you very much. We're here once again. Thank you for logging in. Thank you for being part of what we're doing. We appreciate you. We're here because you're here. So today is see we are in a morning. Okay, we are mourning, but it's just that different people mourn different things. Some people are mourning Buhari. We are mourning all the 5 million Ndibo and other people that have been killed as a result of our encounter with a man called Buhari. So, of course, my name is Ekwi. I live in Lexington, and death, as we all know, everyone knows, is a phenomenon. We do not see it as an end, rather a transition into another form of existence. As we all know, everyone. For some people. So we don't wish people death, and we don't pray for people to die, because that would be an easy escape for criminals. So actually, we want our enemies to remain alive so we can engage and defeat them here on earth, as we do not trust that there will be judgment or that they will be judged properly where they are going. So this is why we believe we could talk ill, in quotes, of the dead, especially if the actions of those dead people made other people ill. We cannot be emotional, or we cannot be emotionally blackmailed or brainwashed into believing that dead criminals cannot be exposed and judged in order to bring justice to the living. When young people die in our culture, we mourn their loss because we look at all the potentials lost. Nigeria has seen the death of children, young people, wasted talents, wasted brains, so many. We mourn that today because it's waste of resources. But when old people die, we call it ozu oriri in my culture. So you are welcome today to today's episode, where we will look into the legacy of an old man called Muhammadu Buhari, so that we can learn from it. Because it's ozu oriri, we came with our wine, and also we brought some cookies for those interested. If you're interested, you join us because it's ozu oriri. We are not crying for Buhari. So I take my own sip. Mm.
My dear, I swallowed my own before even the show. I finished.
Correct. Correct.
I started I started
Mm.
early. I'm like, what are we waiting for over here? Let's just
Yes.
get it over
Let
with.
it get over done.
What
Please
else
go
are
ahead.
we standing here for? All right, so continue to help us to share and like. I will play our song while we do the sharing for today. All right. Thank you so much. Continue to help us to share and like and do all those things that we need to do to get this message across. I know that those that do follow us must have seen our topic for the day, that we are calling out a man that under his watch, a lot of our people were unalive. And he lived to be 91, but they told us to trust and obey because there is no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey.
Hmm.
We are trusting and obeying. These criminals are taking us for the right, taking our resources, using it for themselves, and then they were blessed to be 91 when they die. And our young ones can even make it to 30.
And
Will you
10
judge?
children. He had
Oh,
10 children.
I heard you want you.
10. The
So
first
he
wife
made
gave
sure that
first
he fertilized the land very
ha.
well.
The first wife gave birth to 5 children. The second wife, ọgbakala nke ahụ, ọtụtụrụkwa nke new one. Ọmụkwa 5, nupu 5, 10. Ndị dị
Yeah,
ndụ.
you can see that now the Oko. He was
Ah,
working. It was
guess
hard.
where they trained? In UK.
Hmm.
UK, United Kingdom ka ha gara school. They all schooled in UK.
With your resources,
Okay.
with your own God-given resources. The choice estate that our forefathers fought with their blood and left for us. We sit around and we watch foreigners come and enjoy it on our behalf. And leave us trusting and obeying, trusting and obeying. That if we pray long enough, that life will be better. If we behave long enough, that life will be better. If we collect all the degrees on the face of the universe, that our lives will improve. Every time we turn around, we are still begging and struggling. So let's look at the legacy and the scorecard of Muhammadu Buhari. O Buhari anyị buru anyị ebe ancestors anyị busara anyị buru anyị biga anyị na Sambisa forest. He has done the work. And our ancestors even gave us an idea. Ọsọ ahụ ya wụ Buhari. So o buru gị from here, ya buga gị the other side. Muhammadu Buhari legacy as the president is widely regarded as detrimental to the indigenous peoples. His military actions contributed to the mass starvation, particularly among the Biafran children. During his presidency, he was characterized by authoritarianism, especially evident in 2020 NSARS protests, where security forces were involved in deadly shooting of our youths, just asking for brutality to stop. His administration faced criticism for its failure to address the escalating Fulani, so-called Fulani header farmer conflict, which we know that is not, which till date has displaced a lot of our indigenous communities, leading to significant loss of life and fueled a lot of land disputes. As we watch, these criminals are changing this land stolen from the indigenous peoples into their names. So when you live there for a month, by the time you come back, it's no longer the name that you remembered. Additionally, we saw rampant corruption under his leadership, and we know, according to corruption report, that they have siphoned about $150 billion that was lost to corruption under his watch. With all of this, they left our economy in a dire situation. They left our people in economic hardship. Nothing is moving, nothing is working. Things got what's much, much better than what it was before. Our religious leaders warned us. Actually, they encourage us to vote because Buhari is the savior and good luck is the bad luck. We watch them employ every person that we trust in our land to help to bring him to power. During his reign, there was rampant corruption. We know that this cemented sufferings among our people, and the progress has stalled since then. So the indigenous communities continue to suffer. They continue to lament. They continue to pray and trust and obey. And we're saying that it's time for us to seek a way to break free from the confines of what has become the largest prison yard known as One Nigeria. Our struggle is not just against physical barriers, but against the weight of historical injustice that have long stuck our identities and our aspirations. Brothers and sisters, each day we must labor tirelessly for a future where our rights and our voices are recognized and respected. And we know that this current leadership that we have do not have any role to play in it. We know that they were recruited by the colonial terrorists to teach us to trust and obey because there is no other way to be happy but to trust and obey. And we're saying that we will no longer trust criminals, watching our youths not being able to get a job after their so-called education. We are no longer going to trust and obey, watching our mothers die of diseases that can easily be addressed. We are no longer watching and obeying while the church leaders tell us that they're going to pray for better Nigeria. That we, the indigenous peoples, the owners of the land, the ones whose spoon came, somebody came to your house and stole your spoon, we are going back to take that spoon, put it in our back, and walk out without any apologies. I will allow my sister to add while I pull up the pictures for the day as we comment. Remember, this is a show where you can call in. The phone number is ongoing. We have the link. Maybe we don't. I will post the link so that if you want to come in and add your 2 cents, that you are welcome on this platform. We keep reminding you guys that we are your mothers, you're your sisters, we're your aunties. All we want is for our people to stop struggling and live a better life befitting for a human being. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister, for that wonderful video. I mean, that wonderful introduction. Thank you for those that are sharing. We are seeing you and those logging in. Sorry, you can't call your names one by one today, but you are perfectly, wonderfully welcome to this community because this is a community of truth and common sense. We don't lament here, we fix problems. So when we come here, we learn what the problem is, we make accurate diagnosis of the problem, and then pick the solution. and begin to work on it. That's how we operate. That's how our ancestors operated. But like my sister said, when the colonial monsters came, they said, trust and obey, for there is
There's no
no other
other
way.
way to be happy in Jesus than to trust and obey.
We have done that for years. We are not happy. So is it not time to look for something else to do? It means that that one is not working.
It's not.
So my sister is going to be pulling up pictures. We have a lot of pictures. Why we show pictures and videos is for evidence. Because some people blame us that, oh, that we don't have a record. Our ancestors do not have record. We are keeping record now. Because when you pick any of our videos, anyone you pick is fully loaded with information. And we go all out to get facts, not propaganda, not lies. We bring it out. So this is this picture, General Muhammadu Buhari, one of the class of 66 generals that slaughtered Ndi Igbo and millions of innocent Igbo children in within 1967-70, that Holocaust, that genocide, that Biafra genocide, to keep the colonial one Nigeria as one political entity for their British colonial monster. We're talking about the legacy of a man that lived into his 90s and had
Hmm.
all the children, enjoyed his
Blessed and highly favored.
blessed, and he did everything that he wanted to do while our children died. And somebody is telling us trust and obey. There's no other way to be happy. No, we will take the happiness by ourselves. We will find another way to, because obviously we're not going to be happy from this other way.
Mm-mm.
So we're showing you these pictures. Is the history. It's what has happened. And all these generals, all of them, that class of 66, none died early.
Mm-mm. They
They
were
are
blessed.
all living into their 80s and 90s, and some might even get to 100.
Hmm.
Yet they have refused to discuss this genocide that happened. And they want us to build one Nigeria with them. Our ancestors will curse us. We
Hmm.
can't do that. We can't build one Nigeria on the blood of these innocent ones. We will never do it. It will never happen. Take it from us. We are Umwada Igbo. If you don't know what Umwada means in Igbo culture, go and study it. When we say it happens. So we're not playing. We are here in mourning cloth for you to know that we are mourning. We are still mourning. We've not forgotten, and we will not forget. We heard that this Buhari, in the hospital where he was, they say 3,000 pounds per night. And he had other generals of his friends, cliques there on the wealth of our people. And somebody said, trust and obey. Mbano. I can't hear me, Eme. It's not going to happen anymore. Continue to help us to share. We are bringing facts to you. It's not propaganda. When we finish, you go and do your research. You tell us what you see. So, we are talking about the legacy. We heard that a child called him Mama Mmadu Buhari. Mm, Mama Mmadu Buhari. So, the legacy of Mama Mmadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, this is part of his legacy. That he was part of the class of 66 that slaughtered our children like that. 3 times he became president. When he finishes, they will bring him back again. When he finishes, they will bring him
He's
back.
the only smart one now. We're all dumb.
Yes, because he has agenda, and they had agenda. That's why they kept bringing him up. Because of what happened in this war, this genocidal war, we read that Steve Jobs, the one of Apple, left the church because of what he saw during Biafran war. At age 13, the suffering of Biafran children buckled his faith. A question to his pastor, and the answer he received changed his life forever. And you want me to continue to go to church. You want me to continue to be a Christian where what they practice as Christianity is white supremacy,
Hmm.
why they destroy the black people, the black communities. They make us inferior. They make us believe that we are not humans, we are animals to be slaughtered, and nobody will ask. Not even the Pope, not Archbishop, nobody will ask. You want me to belong to such community? No, church is just a community. It's nothing. It's nothing spiritual. It's just a community. Christianity, European whitewashed religion, is European culture imposed on black people. It does not lead us to God. It does not expose, it does not link us to God. That's why they're fighting and killing themselves. That's why you see them trying to get money. It's about exploitation of the people. So it's exploitative capitalism. It's nothing religious. There's nothing spiritual about Christianity or Islam. So why should I be in such a place? This Buhari we are saying executed a pregnant woman. A pregnant woman. He did not care that the woman was pregnant. Let me allow her to give birth, then bring out the child and then execute the woman. No, he did not care. But he's there, his wives are there getting pregnant and giving birth. You see, that's why we say that karma is not real. All
Hmm.
those things that are telling you church is not real. Wait for God to come and judge. No, you are the one that is supposed to judge, not God. That's not his job. His job is not to judge. It's a lie. The first military ruler to execute a pregnant woman, maybe one and only. His evil was so much that when Fulani nation sought for who would lead them in their final phase of war of conquest against the indigenous peoples of
Rallying
Nigeria,
point.
he perfected, he perfectly qualified that position. He was qualified. They brought him. We are pulling up this video for you. Sorry, this video turned upside down.
Right. Remember your daddy Gio approved him. He was a God sent. So he
Exactly.
was coming for, yes, because they
And
want.
Mbaka approved him. And
Mhm.
Showere approved him. And Daddy Freeze or Daddy Freezer approved him. All the people that brought this monster upon us without doing due diligence, because it doesn't matter to them. They cannot be responsible. They are irresponsible adults that will not go and investigate properly before they start supporting or promoting anything. Once they saw the killing and everything, they moved out. But they have led our people to that wrong direction. Accountability. The church will not allow us to hold people accountable. The religion that the colonial monsters, whether it's Arabized Islam or Europeanized or whitewashed Christianity, they will not allow the indigenous people to take to hold people accountable for their crimes. Because
Remember, you're supposed to trust and
trust
obey.
and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus.
Better trust and
Obey.
obey.
We say we're
Mm-mm.
not trusting anymore. Can we pull up the other picture while I play the video? Please
Yes.
pay attention and listen so that you see. We are putting the picture so that you see this video. We got it turned. So we want to pull the picture to put up while you listen to the conversation. Listen to this man, this Fulani man. They are the ones that brought Buhari to power. He's confessing. I don't know his name. Please, if you know his name, write it, because I don't memorize their names. Even when they give me the name, my brain just cannot retain the name. If you call his name 20 times, 200 times, I will hear it, but it will not stick because they're evil. Listen to this man confess how they brought Buhari, Yoruba people especially. Listen to this. And if you're listening, you better be thinking as you're listening, because we tell you that this platform is for critical thinking. When you come here, if you didn't used to think before, you will begin to think. So let's play it, and I pray it comes out.
Is it playing?
Yeah, is it coming?
No?
Okay, let me try another thing and see if this works. Sorry. Um, please hold on. Continue to share. We just realized the video was turned offside too late. Um, okay, let's try and see.
Thank you for your kind words, Vimbai. Absolutely. Just very quickly, sir. Very quickly. I know you said you hadn't had access to him in about 10 years, but you were together for about 15 years before that. Just very briefly, sir, what were the things that kept you guys going in those 15 years of trial and error and, election, campaign, and you kept trying and so forth? Just give me a sense of those days when you had such strong belief and conviction that he needed to ascend to the highest office in the land. Well, some of us who recruited him politics had a mission, and I will reveal that mission today. General Buhari came into politics. It wasn't his province. He never liked politicians because he believed we are fake and that we don't mean what we say. But there was an incident that made some of us to recruit him, convince him, and used other people to convince him to join politics. And even though we had our own agenda, because in 1999 and 2000, the OPC was on rampage in some parts of the country, especially Southwest, and have inconvenienced a lot of people from this part of the country. And to the extent that they mobilized over 500 vehicles to come and invade Ilorin with the sole aim of uprooting what they called Fulani structures in Ilorin. And we felt that was too much. And Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Bola Tinubu, then governor of Lagos, was doing nothing. And some of us felt that those group of people were being encouraged by their leaders in position of authority. So how do we stop that? And I called a meeting in Kaduna at Alhaji Bashir Alhatu's house in a place called Unguan Kaji, opposite the house of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. And some of those we invited included Alhaji Wadanas, Professor Yadudu, Bashir Alhatu himself, Alhaji Yahya Sulehama, and a host of others, about 34 of us. And we sat down to reason. How do we save our people from this OPC menace? So we said, I suggested that we have to, because you remove government through only two ways: the ballot of through the barrel of the gun and through the ballot box. And they said it was impossible to challenge General Obasanjo. That was how Buhari came to our mind. And when he was approached, he had a very unkind words for politicians. But since he didn't say he was not doing, we still pursued him. To cut a long story short, we achieved our first purpose of putting a brake to what OPC was doing. Because immediately Buhari joined partisan politics, and we had a very big outing in Daura to initiate him into politics. The Obasanjo government became restive and was shaken to its bone marrow because those were some of his our thinking. So Obasanjo had to really checkmate the OPC. So for that reason, we have achieved our first purpose of bringing General Buhari into partisan politics. So the remaining now is history. They wanted to dismantle, as what is happening across the country now. They wanted to dismantle his platform of ANPP, APC, ANPP, and we made a counter platform by establishing the Buhari Organization (TBO), which we used as a platform for promoting his political ideals. Of course, all these are now history. Some smart people who are politically ambitious came in and threw us out. That is how we parted ways with him. Those of us who followed him blindly for 50 years, Sule Hamma as our leader, and myself as his deputy and the operational head of the Buhari organization, we agreed that we should not look for political appointment or we should not look for elective office. Our idea is just to push General Buhari to become president so that if we become the engine room of his government, we would now influence certain things in the country. And we had those things listed in our minds. And the greatest mistake was that, and it's what people also see as Buhari's inability to do well in government, because he has cut the umbilical cord those who brought him and have ideas about what he has to do, and he recruited new people. And these new people never had an idea at all as to why even Buhari joined politics. But all these are now history. We pray that God grants him Al Jannat al Firdaus, and we pray that God receives him and forgive him. For some of us, we have forgiven him already. Definitely.
No, so sorry, I had to stop. We've heard, we've heard what we wanted to hear. And the one Nigeria. Yeah, thank you so much, Sylvester Okonkwo, Buba Galadima, you know. Now you heard, he said, our people, their people. OPC, we are freedom fighters for Yoruba nation. They, Fulani nation, recruited their general, Buhari, to come in and stop Yoruba freedom fighters that were asking for the sovereignty of their land. Are you in the one Nigeria? Are you people paying attention?
These are why you guys are playing one Nigeria and trusting and obeying.
Yes. These are the people that will tell you, you're tribalistic, you are this. But what they are pushing is tribal agenda. Fulani tribal agenda. Of course, it's a nation. Because like we told you people, we recognize them as a nation. The only problem is that they are not recognizing us as a nation. Igbo is a nation. Yoruba is a nation. Hausa is a nation. Ijo is a nation. Nigeria is supposed to be a union of independent nations, autonomous nations, that we agree to have a federation. And then we say these are the terms and conditions. But these monsters never allowed that to happen. But they want to impose their own agenda, national agenda, on the rest of over 250 ethnic nationalities. and they call it One Nigeria.
While we speak good command of all, while we speak English and have a good command of it, they are riding the show. They are riding us like toddlers. No respect for the sovereignty, nothing. And our people are there gallivanting, making noise. Makwanda, webe, garibano, ya ye boso, in Ibatu Budu, Munoko, when you are nobody. Nobody. These people in their little hot house will decide if you live or die. They will decide your destiny. They will decide if we'll be able to make it or not. And then those of you gallivanting in the background, they will come out, make one policy, will destroy everything that you have built for. And you don't have any answer for them. Oh, I forgot. Trust and obey because there is no other
No
way.
other way to be happy in Jesus. To trust and obey, must trust and obey your colonial monsters,
Mm.
your colonial leaders. And of course, your politicians and your religious leaders are the puppets. They're colonial puppets. Your elites are colonial puppets. That's who they are. So far you continue to trust and obey them, you will be destroyed. So today we are setting records straight. We want to set the record straight because they accuse our ancestors of not keeping record. We want to be keeping record as we're going. Yeah, that's what we do here every Saturday. If you go to our videos, we have over 1,000 videos. Keeping record for the next generation to see what we did and what we did not do, and they will follow from where we stop. Never again, it will never happen again that we'll be colonized. After this complete decolonization, we will never repeat this. That's why we're keeping record.
He said,
Tracks, everything. Our children will see what we did. They will understand the grievances. They will understand what happened and why it happened. And then we know our people kept record. We know that the colonial monsters came and destroyed them. We know. But we are keeping another record, and they can't destroy this one. Remember Buhari's campaign promises. If you know it, be writing it there for us. He said he would terminate corruption. The incorruptible header that had 150 cows for years. They say he's so perfect that his cows, 150 cows have remained 150 all the days of his life for years, since he was a general till now that they want to convert him into democracy. That his 150 cows that he had remained 150. Impotent cows.
doesn't it sound like the same guy with just one watch?
Exactly. Because people want to lie to themselves. Say things that do not make sense. He had 150 cows. He doesn't have any other thing since he was general till today. The cows did not give birth, they did not multiply, and somebody did not see it as retrogression. It made sense to somebody. They even said that he doesn't have certificate. They say you should use NEPA bill.
When the Bible that they read told us that when the guy with the one talent buried the talent, that even God himself was mad at the guy. But this guy
Exactly.
was given 150 cows. He didn't multiply the damn cows. He didn't do anything with it. And you guys sought him as a wonderful leader to come and lead us into
Yes,
the next
incorruptible judge.
generation.
We are talking about Buhari's campaign promises. That he was going to come to terminate corruption. This is somebody that is living inside corruption, even in his own household. But you want to lie to yourselves because you want to do what you want to do. In his time, monkeys and snakes began to swallow money. That's how the corruption just remove cap and say, hey, hey, channel, here I come. They say he will terminate his security, that he's the general. This is Fulani Nation general, war leader, Fulani Nation war leader. You want to now bring him into your house to come and exterminate Fulanis.
Remember the church
Is
encouraged.
the
Right. The church, remember their church. Their leader told them that God sent him. They are
Yes.
trusting and
In
obeying
fact,
their God.
yes. Nina said, let it be noted, the recruitment of Buhari into the presidency role by the caliphate was for the Fulani hegemonic and conquest agenda. Period. Period. The fact that it took two prominent Yoruba political actors, that is the Awujale of Ijebuland and Bola Tinubu, to enable this is heartbreaking. Because my people will know oke no n'ụlọ na agwa oke no n'ọhịa na azụ dị na ngịga. My people, my ancestors believe that a criminal coming from outside can never succeed except there's a criminal inside leading him inside. Buhari said he will recreate the economy. He will make $1 to be 1 naira. Mr. Integrity.
He's a magician now.
Yes. This is the same man that anywhere there's story about briefcase of money, money everywhere disappearing and appearing, his name will somehow be somewhere there. People lied to themselves. People chose lies. They did not care about the blood and the future of their children. They chose lies.
The church encouraged it. Our brother
Religion.
Ojiako, Bertram Ojiako say even the Fulani cows know that that one Nigeria is an illusion.
Exactly. Thank you, my brother. Buhari did everything possible to get Fulani to overrun everyone, all the indigenous peoples, all the indigenous ethnic nations. Pam, pam, pam. He was very fast. And as he was doing it, he was talking, this man did not keep quiet. He said, baboons and monkeys will soak in blood. He said, I will do everything within my heart to make sure that I spread Sharia everywhere. He was talking as he was doing it. Yet, Kenneth Okonkwo marketed this man to Ndibo. Onuoba. Kenneth Okonkwo, Onuoba. Mukologia. Ibu Onuoba. I didn't come with Oba. If I was home, I would have brought Oba to show you that he was Oba. This man came to fulfill the vision of Mmadu Buhari. We play it here all the time. If you go to most of our videos, at the time we are every day back to back, back to back. We were warning, showing you this is it, this is it, this is the vision of Mmadu Buhari. He came to fulfill the battle script of 1960, Ahmadu Bello's battle script. That's what he came for. He threw our borders open for Fulani to come in.
And we enabled him in
Yes.
the name of the Lord.
Yes, because we have to trust and obey, for there's no other way
to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and
obey. Mwa digi n'onu, you not trust and obey. You see why our ancestors abandoned us? Because I wundara. He threw the borders open. The Fulani is killing you today. That every day, Middle Belt, Plateau governor will come and be crying, as if he does not know what is going on. Northeast wiped, Northwest wiped, Yoruba land encroached everywhere. All the ancestral lands, all the forest and everything coming. Look at dead body. Look at how people have been burying people all these years.
Mass burial. That's the order of the day.
Burial. And there are men in the land. All they can do is to chook their private part inside any hole they find. They call themselves pastors. They threw the borders open for Fulani to kill the indigenous peoples. You see them? They were talking about the legacy of Buhari. His scorecard. We want to give him his scorecard. I say, agbachi ọsọ agụọ mile now. Agbachi ọsọ agụọ mile. Actually, ego mile Buhari ka amalụ onye ọ dị 5 ka ọ dị 6 ka ọ dị 10. The land grabbers came in to grab ancestral homelands. Came fortified. All that corruption that you see, money disappearing, is to fortify these people. Because you remember here, we tell you that one AK-47 is about $2,000. These rickety human beings, these poor boys, cannot afford that type of money.
Even
Who
if you
is
sell all
buying
of them and their so-called
Even
cows.
if you sell all of them and their cow, they can't buy one. But they have all the gadgets. Who is giving them the money? Remember when Goodluck said that Boko Haram is inside his cabinet, is inside that Sorok? These pictures we are bringing to you for you to see as evidence. The videos are online. We are running through the pictures for you to see. Remember the NSAS that happened. We are talking about legacy of Buhari, blood everywhere. Of course, we have told you on this show that he boasted about dot in circle nation, the civil war we told you about. They are the ones that carved Ndibo. That white place is where they narrowed Ndibo and killed off the rest. 1967-70, and that structure is still on. And somebody wants us to thrive in Nigeria that has kept us like this, as the Wakwa, Ndibo politicians. All you Igbo politicians, all you Igbo politicians and religious leaders, as a Wakun,
Mm.
as a Wakun. While Buhari was boasting about the dirty nation, he was picking his teeth. People were dying, Buhari was picking his teeth. Boko Haram coming in to destroy people, Buhari was picking his teeth, chopping life. Yes. Why would he chop life and pick his teeth? Ebewi na Muria Isa Isa. Ewu Buhari na Muria Isa Isa na. Why wouldn't he chop? Because he's dealing with India Fulef. They balkanized Igbo nation. The ancestral land of Igbo land, of Ndibo. They balkanized it to create dot and circle. As part of the legacy that we say we're here, continue to share, please. Subscribe and like. Go to our YouTube, subscribe. The more you subscribe, you will get these detailed information because we know they removed history from books and we are here to teach our children. Even some adults do not know some of these things that we say because we go to research to bring them. So after 8 years of Buhari, Nina's brought a video. It's about 5 parts to give Buhari testimonial, the scorecard, in details. Check it online, please. You will find it. You will get the details.
On ninasvoice.org, you can watch it, the video in its entirety.
Exactly. So, but we going to give you, we break it because of time. Because the legacy of Buhari, we can't finish it under 1 hour, 30 minutes. But we'll give you some things that will make you to go and search. And the 1 hour is enough for you to begin to develop some sense. Buhari lied about Fulani invasion. He said it's farmers' headers clash. He went all the way to UN to tell them it was a desert, coming in, it was weather, there was something happening. Selling lies to the whole world. Why they butcher the people. As grand life patron of Mieti Allah, he took billions of money and gave them free of charge. The people that came and say we are the ones doing the killing, Buhari took money. El Rufai, his brother, took Kaduna State money. All this happening before us. And the church said, trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Even Adeboye went to greet El Rufai in Kaduna so that he will give his son project that he collected the money and did not do the project. These are the people preaching heaven to you. We have told you that the religion is for poor people. If you are poor and you want to remain poor, embrace religion. Whether Islam, Arabized Islam, or whitewash Christianity. Because the religious rule for poor people is not the same thing for rich people. Rich people break the laws and nothing happens to them because nothing is supposed to happen. It's man-made now. It's man-made. So this fourth most dangerous terrorist group, the headers, Buhari is their grand patron. And he's also commander-in-chief of your one Nigeria. And people were watching. Nigeria, Buhari tried everything possible to impose Ruga, take over waterways, grazing reserves. They turned everything to building. When they get to reserve, they would destroy everything there and bring in, rename it, and bring in Fulani. One group of Fulani will enter there, each, all of them. And these are people's ancestral homelands. Buhari handed these lands over to his Fulani kinsmen, just like that. Gave them visa on arrival.
Where you can get one.
No, you can get one. Nina says, Nigeria's unitary constitution is product of North and Southwest Alliance of 1967, locking the Igbo East into permanent isolation and subjugation in the Nigerian project, which they both mock as dot in circle. Ojonya na Najumwe, Nigeria is going with head down, leg up. How did we end after 8 years of Buhari? Mass says it. Everybody buakbaya. People are leaving their villages. People are leaving country Nigeria, rejecting country Nigeria. Migration, mass migration, airports everywhere. Nigerians want to escape. My only problem with them is that when they escape, from there they start talking how they love Nigeria. You see the hypocrisy. And we are tracing that hypocrisy back to religious teachings. Because religion is what will teach you not to accept your reality. There's a graph my sister pulled up now. This graph is Canada. If you check out the date, it say 2015 or whatever. You see how first bar was short and then began to go up as Buhari came in, and then where it is now. This is just Canada. And we'll give credit to Neze. She's one that brought this for her show. So, our people, professionals, these are doctors, top, when they graduate, they're running. In fact, from the final year, they're writing exam to go out. Meanwhile, millions of Nigerians are sick, waiting to be treated. Buhari is going to pay $3,000 pounds a night. He couldn't build one hospital to take care of himself. That's how retrogressive he is, or he was. Afe Babalola, that was not even any president, has Afe Babalola University at Adoket in his village. Built it. People are coming, surgery and everything. Buhari could not build one. He had to die in London, and they will go and start bringing him out. Take a private jet to go and bring him back, and then wasting money while people are professionals living. As they are graduating, they are running. See blood that Buhari spread everywhere. This is a map of Nigeria with blood everywhere. It's for you to be seeing, because when you see it, maybe it will make more sense to you. This blood you're seeing, it's not animal blood, though. It's not cow blood. It is human blood everywhere. Where terrorism have spread. Because he told us that terrorism will spread everywhere. They named it banditry. When blood is wasting, it becomes banditry. People should check the meaning of banditry, please, and type it inside there. Buhari set the ground for the subsidy removal that you're seeing. This subsidy removal that Tinubu, your brother, came and said, subsidy is gone. Talking like puppets, like robots. Senseless people. Buhari set the ground for subsidy. Why? So that he can grant and build and strengthen his kinsman, Dangote. Dangote, monopoly for sugar, they gave it to him. Cement, they gave it to him. Everything, they gave it to him. When they now know that more people are coming up, they shifted to oil and remove subsidies so that they can build Dangote's monopoly. You can, the next slide, please. 30 billion ways and means. $30 billion with Emefiele. Buhari. We are talking about his legacy and his scorecard. If you watch that video, the videos we mentioned, Nina, you break it down. Because of time, we are not able to play the whole thing. Like we told you, under Buhari, monkeys were eating money, swallowing money. Yeah. Monkeys even now knew how to count dollars under Buhari. Even when you keep it inside cupboard, monkeys will go there, count it, and carry it away. Even if you pay online, when jam children paid online, upon that they paid online, monkeys still find a way to break the system, enter online, and eat the money. Wonderful monkeys. Even termites ate up 70 million. No, monkey is the one that carries 70 million naira from senator's farmhouse. Shehu Sani, monkey carries 70 million naira from Shehu Sani's farm. Termites ate 17.128 billion.
That's a church termite. It must be so religious.
Very religious. Ate all the vouchers up. And they'll be saying it koro, and nobody will say, what are you talking about? And Nigerians will be watching.
Pray, trusting and obey.
Trusting and obey, because they've brainwashed everybody with fake religion. $2.2 billion sent to the Office of National Security Advisor. Or jump or move. Akpabio, Akpamu, EFCC arrest ex-governor Akpabio over alleged multi-billion naira fraud. He's still the Senate president. You see him? Nduwama. When he finishes now, he'll be so rich, and they'll say, he's so rich. And people will be saying it. Of course, we want to give credit to our brother JB for gathering these pictures for us. Like on this platform, we give credit when people put things together. He also has the
Oh, what happened? Okay, I think the she's disconnected. She's gonna join. So yes, we do want to thank our brother JB for sending us these clips. As you can see, these criminals that are in charge, they continue to steal and leave you praying and wishing and trusting that things will get better. They will drag you into different elections. They will bring a saint that has a twin brother called Paul, that with one watch they can make Nigeria and fix Nigeria again. And he will also come and tell you that Nigeria constitution is not the problem, that the problem is him being able to go to Egypt and learn how to do electricity, as if we are all dumb, as if he's the only brilliant politician or brilliant businessman that we can boast of. Let me make sure that, oh, my sister is back. Okay, go ahead, sister.
and I'm back. So, well, if you watch, we can call out their names. That their names, one by Abba Kiare, or whatever they call their names. This happened under Buhari. Of course, he went to borrow $800 million. He took loan, $800 million. So he wants to share it to Nigerian hungry people. He doesn't have data of Nigerian people. So these things we're saying, they are real. And you can get them, you can check and see, because we are talking about Buhari's legacy. Those that say we should mourn, we are asking you, what do we mourn? What exactly are we mourning? Are we mourning Nigeria that died? Are we mourning our people that are still dying? Or what is it that you want us to mourn? Because as far as we are concerned, Buhari was oriri, and we have come here with our wine. Because what Buhari created under the Tinubu that brought Buhari, this present Tinubu brought Buhari, the so-called giant of Nigeria became giant mess. That's what they have created. Giant mess. Yes, you people brought in snake. It says snake hunter beaten by tiger snake is facing multiple organ failure. Yes, Nigeria is facing multiple organ failure for going to bring tiger snake called APC, called Buhari, called Nigerian politicians. All of them are the same. We are not accepting any that are the same, whether APC, PDC, whatever, is the same thing. And guess what? After Buhari has finished killing Christians, they used Christian songs to match his body. Yes, they were there carrying his body. Go and listen to the video. He was singing, God be with you till we meet again. And then when they finish, he said, peace, perfect peace. As they were carrying the body, and the body did not jump up to say, stop, stop, stop. What are people singing? What a world. Have you seen what we told you people? That religion is a scam. Religion is a scam. Religion is a scam. That's scamming poor people with religion. Whether Roman Christianity or Islam, or that together, they're partners. It's a game they're playing. After killing Christians, you now use Christian songs to match his dead body and to match perfect peace for him. Does it make sense? And also, what people call karma is also not real. Because he did not hit Buhari. And karma did not hit Obasanjo. Karma did not hit Babangida. Karma did not hit Gowon. Karma did not hit Abubakar, whatever. All these war criminals, karma did not find them. They are aging gracefully with their children, great-grandchildren, and are doing well. God did not punish them. Satan did not punish them for destroying and ruining the lives of Nigerians. Nothing happened to them. They are all living very fulfilled and luxurious life on the wealth that should have been used to give you a good life. And the church says, trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Because if you don't trust and obey, they will come and cut off your head. It's not God cutting off. It's not God. Not God punish. Remove God out of this. That's what we tell people. Remove God from this whole thing. Let's deal it adult to adult. All of them are now going to die in a very ripe age, after seeing their children, their grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Buhari, like we told you, had 10 children, most of them schooled in UK, while you and your children are suffering. Your life
And we continue to suffer.
will continue to suffer, and your lives are cut short untimely. Why? Because you are allowing yourself to be religiously brainwashed into being docile, being gullible, and irresponsible. Yes, you are irresponsible for being an adult and watching these people do this evil, and Ninas for 25 years have told you this is the solution, and you refuse to embrace the solution. There's no way you will not be abide. You are the ones being punished because earth does not bless stupidity. You see this earth we're inside, it does not bless stupidity. If you are unwise, you will suffer until you are eliminated from the surface of earth and the universe, even in your private life. If you're a woman, you marry a wrong husband and he's dealing with you, and you are there enabling him, and then you will buy and leave your children, you are unwise. You're not being wise. And you died not because of that domestic violence, but because you were not wise. Like Osinachi, Osinachi was not wise. What made her not to be wise? Religion brainwashed her. You see the evil of religion? So you should be crying for yourselves, crying for your children, for being coward, for allowing these evil leaders to ruin your life and escape punishment. Buhari has escaped punishment. This death, he ruined your lives and there were no consequences. He was not held accountable. He just died peacefully in London. And those of us that are here working in healthcare in abroad, we know when people are dying, they make it comfortable in the hospital. They give you enough morphine, they take care of you. You just sleep and go into the other side. So he lived well, died well. Fulani conquest agenda was what Buhari came for. From Otman Danfodio to Ahmadu Bello, Buhari. This is what Dinas is telling the people to do. There's an article from Ninas, and we're supposed to look at it and read it. It said that Fulani conquest agenda from Uthman Danfodio to Ahmadu Bello to Muhammadu Buhari is the same thing. It continues. So what the indigenous peoples of Nigeria must do to halt Fulani onslaught, if you type it, you will see what you're told to do, because we are not without answers. We need to stop them now, because like we said, God is not coming to punish them. Serious liability. They have become serious liability. All the politicians, all the religious leaders, they have become serious liability to Africans and Nigerians. And we need to stop them. We need to get rid of all these liabilities right now. Our brother Obi Ukwama said, religion promotes stupidity and ignorance because it's a man-made thing. It does not promote critical thinking. Somebody to get you, dupe you, they have to brainwash you. And that's what religion does.
And dumb you down.
And dumb you down.
And have you singing song that doesn't make sense.
Exactly. There's another thing that my sister put, Nina's memorandum to the patriots, because this week that passed, now we are moving into solution, because we have told you all that Buhari did. We told you all the evil, the legacy, the scorecard and everything. As you know in our show, when we don't lament, we bring the facts to you and then connect it to other things that you're seeing and then tell you what the solution is, for you to be part of the solution, not lamenters. We do not lament. Our ancestors were not people that when there's a problem, they start lamenting. No, they take care of problems. So the people that they call patriots, NPSG, they had a summit and they say on Nigeria's constitutional future. So Ninas replied them, because Ninas was not part of them, because Ninas cannot be part of them, because we can see their dishonesty, we can see what they're doing. They're just
the same criminal rebranding themselves.
Exactly.
To set themselves in something that's supposed to involve the constituents. And you can see once again, it's only involving them and their girlfriends and their so-called legislators.
Exactly. So we are telling people what is going on. So Ninas replied them and said that the wisdom of building a house from the rooftop, wisdom is in quotes. Wisdom is in quotes because it's not any wisdom. Because what they're proposing is like building from top to down. So the wisdom of building a house from the roof is what they're proposing. Nina's memorandum to the Patriots NPSG Summit on the constitutional future of Nigeria. Nina's secretary brought out that article. It's 16th July 2020. So you go and look for it so that you read it in details. But we just ran through it to bring out some points for us so that we understand where Nina's is going, where we are going. Because you remember, We are running this show. We are not waiting for them. We are not waiting for patriots. We are not waiting for colonial elites. We are not waiting for criminal politicians. We are not waiting for fake religious leaders. We are moving. So we are telling our people what they need to know. Obi Ukwama says Nina solutions are being taken seriously in Nigeria, but they are not crediting Ninas because they are criminals now. How would they credit Ninas? Well, we're not waiting for them to credit Nina, but what they're doing, they don't know that they're marketing, they're advertising what we're doing. So we're not waiting for them because we're indigenous peoples. So explore urgent solutions for Nigerians' unworkable unitary constitution and the path toward a federal union in the NINA's memorandum to the Patriot Summit. This is another person that wrote article also, and that's atlanticpost.com. So people are carrying the news, trying to say this is what is going on. So from the article that Nina's brought out, it says the obvious solution is to dismantle and reconstitute the unitary Nigeria of now into either the federal union it was founded to be or the confederation it could have become from the outcome of Aburi's Sovereign Conference of January 1967, or the third option, orderly reconstruction of Nigeria into independent units of successor sovereign state entities. Ninas published this because when people say that they're ignorant, you keep informing them why we're doing what we're doing. So Ninas also had a broadcast titled Anyoku's Proposal to Tinubu is replication of Murtala Muhammad's drafts without discussion.
Ndoli.
That's from Nina's Secretariat, sorry, yeah, Ndoshi, July 16, 2025. While we are reading these things out, for you to type, if you click copy it, paste it in search, you will bring out the video and the articles for you to read and be well.
Hello? Is she gone? Okay, guys, I'm not on the screen. I'm on a different screen. Okay, you're back.
Thank you, my sister. I don't know what happens. Before I know it, this is so sensitive. It's like when I shout too much, it will knock me off. So the I will continue to give you part of the article that Nina brought out. You now look for it and read the remaining one. So he said we can say without equivocation that proposals for writing one constitution for an inevitably federal union, as the patriots are currently making, is either ignorant or dishonest.
It's criminal.
Yes, exactly. Because we know that Emeka Anyoku is a diplomat. He's supposed to know the difference between federation and non-federation. He's supposed to know all these things. You cannot be gallivanting and traveling all over the world and calling yourself a diplomat extraordinarily. And then simple things will not be making sense to you. That means you're a criminal. B, any proposal that seeks to write a constitution for a Nigerian union that has not been discussed first by clearly identified constituent peoples of Nigeria and who have been locked into a union at gunpoint since 1914 by the fiat of British amalgamation, now codified by the Caliphate imposed Unitary 1999 Constitution, which has been responsible for the many angry regional agitations for autonomy or secession across Nigeria, threatening the very existence of Nigeria. Then another one, it says, as directionless debates continue on appropriate constitutional arrangement for Nigeria, guess what? The Fulani conquest agenda and onslaught against the indigenous peoples of Nigeria still going on. Going on. They don't send you because they have their own agenda. You heard Buba or Galadima, whatever he called himself, how they planned because they saw that Yoruba people were trying to go and take back their land. Kwara is Yoruba land. They put emirate there because anywhere they conquer, they put emirate. They remove Oba, remove Igwe, remove whatever, and put emir, put emirate there. Yoruba people came up, their traditional people, saying, we want to take back our land. This is not right. What did they do? They brought a snake, a tiger snake, and imposed a tiger snake on entire Nigeria just for something that is happening in Kwara, because they want to start from top to do what they. So as you people are there discussing and asking person and asking Barrister Tony, did you say that he said? Are you saying that you're saying? Today you say it is, tomorrow you said that. As you're doing all
They
those
are practicing their good command of English.
exactly. So the suggestion that Nigeria reverts to the 1963 constitution or the recommendations of the 2014 National Conference brings us back to the same question of who has negotiated or agreed the Nigeria for which you are seeking to make or adopt a constitution. And also the question of how has already dissected. We are telling you people we have not met. We are not one union. We are not one nation. We are multi-nations trapped under barrel of gun. We haven't negotiated. We haven't discussed. You are busy. Emeka Anyoku and your Anyoku can see, and your friends and colleagues, because you're colonial puppets. You're discussing, hey, which type of constitution do we use? Hey, what do we call the constitution? Do we give the constitution blue color or red color? Hey, what are we going to do? You say we have not discussed. You are going ahead of the people. The people must discuss. And when we say the people, we mean the indigenous people. So we state unequivocally that the 5-point proposition of Nina's constitutional force majeure provides Nigeria and Nigerians the most viable, most immediate, and most orderly mechanism for navigating Nigeria from the dangerous precipice it is now at to safety and progress. We are warning you, we are telling you, you don't want to hear. But if you don't want to listen, when Fulani lands your village, you will hear by force. Because ndị be anyị sị na ụkpana okoburu ntị ọnwụ chiri ya. Where we are now, because everybody is now discussing constitution. It took you people 25 years to agree that constitution is the problem.
The way that you know that Nina's way is the way is that they don't want you to get that information. That's how you know. They want you to be distracted with all kinds of other stuff. The churches are there shouting. Emeka Anyukwu is there shouting. All these smart people are there shouting. The one thing that will give you your sovereignty back without any colonial attachment, they are making sure that you don't know that information. That's why we ask you guys to join what we are doing.
Yes.
To share this information, to be an ambassador of Nina's templates, strategies. For you to go there and share this with your organization, your homeboy, everything, let them know, key them in. That's what they are afraid of. That we can do this. And if you tell 10 people, 10 people will tell 10 people, 10 people will tell 10 people, you can imagine how we can move on with that trajectory. So the entities with sovereignty will discuss the Nigeria Union and Federation and not the criminals.
Yes,
it's not
period.
criminals. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said period. No, I'm agreeing with you. You continue. Yes, it's the entities, entities with sovereignty. Go ahead.
Yes, so they will not allow you to, they don't want you to be part of it. And that's what we're telling you guys for use. If anybody is bringing you any proposal that does not include the indigenous peoples, take them like they are not part of that discussion.
Exactly.
It cannot be the church, it cannot be the mosque, it cannot be the patriot, it cannot be the NAS, it cannot be ABC, it cannot be ADC, it cannot be PDP, it cannot be the man with one watch or the one that came from Cameroon that think he owns everything that is in that land. It cannot be any of them. Neither can it be the NGOs or the nightclub or the social influencers or the celebrities or the ones, the musicians, all of them. It must include the indigenous peoples. And that's why you should know that Nina's project is the only way out of this mess. They don't want you to get that information. Anything that does not give us back our sovereignty in its entirety must be dead on arrival.
Period.
You can never give what you do not have or what you never had.
Mm-mm.
We reminded you guys that it's a case of taking back the spoon that somebody came to your house, eat rice, beans, and everything else, meat. And then when they're done, instead of helping you to clean up, they stole your spoon. What do you do when you get to their house? You just take your spoon and put it back in your bag and keep it moving. Our sister said, Nigeria, a new constitutional arrangement is what is needed. It's not about writing a new book, a new constitution, but about a whole new constitutional arrangement. Let me repeat that. It's not about writing a new booklet. It's not about Emeka Anyoku going on Arise TV and talking jazz. But rather it's about a whole new constitutional arrangement that involves us renegotiating a new constitutional arrangement. And after that is probably discussed and documented, then the Constituent Assembly will codify it all into a new constitution. So don't let them ask you to trust and obey, to be fasting and praying, to be running from pillar to post, to be listening to the same group of people that abandoned our people in abject poverty, elevated their children to the European world, and left us running in a circle. We, to do this, are those with sovereignty. So the indigenous ethnic nations will meet and discuss during a time-bound period of transitioning. What is your assignment in all of this? As an indigenous person, not a city person, or as the colonialists have made you to believe. Because they always want you to think that if you call yourself indigenous, you're out of touch, you don't know what you're doing. That means you want to go back to dark ages. No, 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 no. We are asking that you go back to your ancestral homeland and begin to fix the problems from there. My sister will say, redress back to your own space. We must discuss, engage, and organize from there, because reconstruction of Nigeria will start from the bottom up. Bottom up. Not from the elites, not from the criminals, not for the ones running from one party to another, but from the bottom up, and not from the top to, and not from top to bottom, like the criminal elite wants us to believe. We have given you guys enough information to know that these people are riding us. Somebody will ask, how many percent is these criminals? Those in diapers, those that look like they have died and woken up again, those that are claim that they're Muslim and now their final music is being written in Christianity. Can't you see that these criminals are taking us on a merry-go-round? An American will say they're taking you on a hamster wheel. That hamster wheel spin a child like this, you wouldn't know where you began and where you stop. Is she gonna make like this? Decommissioning of Nigerian 1999 Constitution, halting the 2027 elections, and holding regional referendums is the way to go. Do not let them, whether they have one watch, whether their twin brother's name is Paul, whether they have seen Jesus before and kissed the hand of Pope, we must arise against these people. They will tell you, oh, you're on your own. No, we do not want to lament. Rather, we want to fix things that are damaged, because God is not coming. Nobody is coming. And we are not going to trust and obey anything. We will question everything they have told us. Whether the one our mother told us, everything, we must examine it from beginning to end. And we end to say, by following us, Daughters of Truth, we are your sisters, your mothers, your aunties, your umuada, the ones that want you to live life and live life abundantly. It is in our interest that you succeed. Let me say that again. It is in our interest that our people succeed. We are not going to be here for long. We want to leave a place that is left with dignity for our people, so that you don't live with a passport and somebody immediately assume that you're a criminal, when all you have done all your life is to work hard. Like we said, Ninas is right. We must end the 1999 Constitution and end it yesterday. Don't let them come and deceive you. Don't let them come and tell you that God is coming to rapture you. Hold on, that's fine. Nobody is coming to rapture any of us. And then if they do, if they try to rapture you, rapture them back. Rapture them back. And then don't forget to follow up with the wisdom of building a house from the roof. A Nina's memorandum to the Patriots and MPSG summit on the constitutional future of Nigeria. We don't want criminals running the shows anymore. We don't want them telling us what to do. We don't want them in charge. We need to question everything that they stand for, because we know who they've been working for, the colonial terrorists. That's why our blood, our cries doesn't mean anything to them. Our boys dying on the Mediterranean Sea doesn't even ring a bell. I don't think they've even heard of that, because their children are in New York dancing at Willow. They don't care. If they want to run an election, they will tell you that is the Igbo boys that are in the forest only, not the Fulanese. They will say it all. When we saw them on the video telling us how one Nigeria will not work without doing a constitutional review, when it comes to their time, this man is always the men wanting the blood of our children for their own political gains. And we're saying enough. Enough, people. We need the good men and women to rise up and say, enough of this. Our brother said, rapture them back. Oh, he's making fun of. Yes, we'll rapture them back, brother Ojiako. How very rapture? Rapture who our back. Let them come. We know how to rapture too. We'll rapture them back. We want more for our kids.
Yes.
We want more for our kids. Other people are doing it. I know that our kids are capable. They can succeed in everything if they are given the right resources.
Yes.
Time has come for us to stop this criminal from running our lives into the dungeon. Whether they come with 150 cows or they come with one watch, we must tell them that it's enough. We need to renegotiate Nigeria. Until next week, brothers and sisters, remain safe. Please continue to help us to share and like, subscribe, get this information across. Go to
.com. .org.
Nina's Voice.
Nina's Voice. Sorry, Nina's Voice.
Go to ninasvoice.org and learn more. There are plenty of information there. Go to Daughters of Truth. We are there to educate our people, because we know we've been trusting and obeying. They have been trusting and obeying. They even carry the cross on there. Even if there's no cross, they will go and create one and put it on their neck.
It's terrible. They've done it all.
Our mothers went from running around after the Biafran war to succeeding. They weren't even paying attention. All they want is to make sure their children don't die of hunger. Brothers and sisters, we were created for a time like this. Yes. What are you doing in your neck of the wood to get our people out of this mess? Remain safe until next week. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Oh, sister, you want to add before?
No, we are done. Thank you.